everybody, and welcome back to the Realm of Vasten. So we have a big project that I'm going to undertake. Should I be doing a big project at this point in the season? Probably not. Probably not. We have huge digs, huge things that require my attention. The mining guild has not been building itself, and there's all the underground stuff they've been working on. But I've done a lot of work underground, and it's time to take a break because of a very special reason. So I have a new patron. Well, actually not a new patron, but an upgraded patron, Cosmic Dancer, who upgraded her tier from the bronze tier, which is a statue. You get a statue in my undying gratitude. But then also, she upgraded to a silver tier patron, and that changes a lot. So. You get a house for a silver tier patron, and we've been talking about it, and she suggested, well, somewhere with flowers. I really like flowers, and basically left it up to my discretion of where and what to do. So I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking now. Cosmic has been at all my streams and been an extremely generous contributor to the channel. So I want to do something special. I don't want to do just a house with some flowers. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I want to go a little bit out of my way here for this. And I came up with it. And here's what we're going to do. So we have this nice custom forest over here. It's a fir forest, and it's actually really, I think it's really pretty nice. Now I kind of wish we had more different tree models, but the tree models that we have are good. This area actually has some meaning. When I was writing the lore of this world, one of the things that I used in the cinematics is that the elves, when the Battle of Talatal happened, now that's the seminal event probably in this world in a lot of ways, because the zombie pigmen were attacking the city of Talatal, and the idea was going to be the elves and the dwarves were going to team up, and they were going to hold off the nether forces at Talatal, and then the army of men was going to scoot around the back and basically blindside them. Should have wiped them out. The prince, commander of the army of men, was a coward, and he didn't attack. He just waited and didn't do it. So that basically led to the destruction of Talatal, which then led to the elf king casting a spell, a forbidden magic spell, which caused the portal. It killed everyone. That's part of the deal. It killed everyone. It killed his few remaining forces, but it also wiped out the entire army of the Nether, killing him in the process. But he sent one person outside. He sent one person away and said, you have to go tell of man's betrayal, the man's betrayal at Talatal, and tell the other elves and the dwarves that we were betrayed, that we were basically left to die, knowing that he was sacrificing himself. So he did, and that's been a part of the lore that we worked out, right? So Gamir, the elf, was the person who went. I should be doing something. I should be digging. Gamir was the person who went and basically told the other elves, hey, man betrayed. The elves left. The elves had a big meeting of the council, and that's all going to be in the Lore of Vasten episode coming up very shortly. But so if you want to hear the whole story, you can check it out. But so Gamir tells the elves hear the story, and they're outraged, and they leave. That's it. They're done. They're out. So the elves leave, the dwarves leave. Now only one group of elves, the wood elves, actually left, but they had a lot of sway, and basically when they left, everyone else left too as well, and just abandoned man. They said, okay, you abandoned us, we're going to abandon you. And man, they thought that man could not possibly win the war on their own. Big deal according to the lore, right? Man somehow managed to go into the nether portal at Monument of the Fallen and break all of the zombie pigmen nether portals, which no one thought that they could do, and they pulled off like a miraculous invasion, and they actually did. So although they didn't win, they prevented the destruction of the overworld for now. This was back 1,000 years ago. Now recently the invasion has resumed, but that's why there are no elves and dwarves and triads and other magical races in this world, because when man betrayed them, they all left the world. Well, this is going to be the site of the elven city. And I was thinking, and when the elves left, they said, burn everything, so there's no sign that we were ever here, right? So just burn it to the ground. So that's what they did. This is going to be the site of that. This is a big, important site in Vasten, and then what I think we'll do is the Arbor Druids then since came into this area and started regrowing it. And this is how much they've done so far. They've regrown this forest in the ashes. And I think what we'll do is around here, we're going to make a desolate, burned wasteland. Because the elves, they didn't just use regular fire, right? They're elves. They use magical fire that sort of permanently scarred the land. And only the returning magic of the Arbor Druids has given it the boost that it needs to actually start regrowing. So what I'm doing is I'm going to level this down somewhat. And we are going to make a wasteland in this entire area. Then, in the middle of it, we're going to put a house, like a magical house where the Arbor Druid, they're summoning maybe a mini world tree, something like that. We're going to write some lore around it. But I want this to be a major point of interest in the world, not just, not this just a house, but I want this to be a thing, right? So that's going to be the idea. That's going to be where we go in this. Now, I have an immense amount of work to do, and I'm going to have to cut down about 1 billion trees because charcoal is black ink for us for now, since squids seem to be broken in the world for now. So I'm going to have to cut down 1 million trees for both wood and also charcoal. So I brought some spruce, and we're just going to get rolling on that. I'm going to need storage. We're going to set up, yeah. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to need a lot of black ink. I'm going to need a lot of black concrete powder, a lot of gray concrete powders, a lot of cobblestone, all that kind of stuff, all that grayscale stuff, because that's what we're going to do all around where the tree, the source of their power, trying to rejuvenate this land is going to be, okay? So that's going to be the idea. Hopefully, Cosmic, hopefully you like this, and hopefully it turns out really well, because I'm going to be stretching. I'm going to stretch myself as a builder here, but I think it'll be cool. So let me get to work, and I'll come back once I get this area sort of leveled and flattened a little bit, and then we're going to place blocks on top of it, okay? Well, I went a little nuts building. I ended up doing a live stream last night, and yeah, just building away, talking and stuff. And then Germ got on, and we just got talking, and we spent of a 3-hour live stream, we probably spent 1.5 hours of it building this big tree, and then like 1.5 hours or 2 hours of it discussing YouTube and series and ideas and problems and analytics and a lot of other stuff. We had a fabulous guest appearance by the mythical sausage, who was just one of the funniest human beings I know. And yeah, it was just a good fun time. So if you want to know when I'm going live and doing live streams, best thing to do is join my Discord. That's the very best place to be. But if you don't do Discord, then follow me on Twitter, and I always send out a tweet right exactly when I go live, rarely with any forewarning, because I rarely know before a few seconds before I'm going to be doing it. So Cosmic Dancer, this got away from me a little bit. This build has turned large, but that's okay. It's going to be good. I'll tell you some problems that we have discovered during the live stream. Wait, I'm harvesting all this oak, and I don't have to, because Old Gray Man came during the live stream and dropped off this. Look at this. Old Gray Man, I love you so much. Thank you so much. Old Gray Man, by the way, a fairly new YouTuber, just kind of getting this channel up and running, linked in the description if you're interested in getting it on the ground floor, and check it out because it's very good. A lot of several of the new Vasten Dimension peeps who have come over to play with us full time have some of them have fairly new channels or newish channels that you should go check out. Yeah, spread some support, spread some love. I always say over and over and over that the absolute best way to get more Vasten in your life, if you want more Vasten, the very best way and best thing to do is to tell people who are recording here that you want more and that you love it, and show that by support and likes and all that kind of stuff. It really makes a difference, particularly when you're not a YouTuber with 100,000 likes, right? Or 100,000 subscribers. I mean, if you're one of us sort of smaller people, then every comment is like, wow, someone actually took time to comment. I think that all the time, so if you like a smaller YouTuber and you like it's like, hey, I want more of this, well then by all means tell them that. It actually makes a difference, and you'll get more of the things that you like. So that all being said, we have some new stuff in the channel that is already out now, that you've already seen if you've been paying attention. But just in case you don't know, I have a second channel, which is linked in the description right down below. And the second channel is going to be for non-Minecrafty kind of stuff. After talking a long time to German Sausage and Pride Ceratops about thoughts on things, and not everyone agreed. I mean, we're not all on the same page, but it was interesting to hear different points of view. I've decided to use my second channel as a gaming channel. I was going to use it for just personal stuff, but I decided to go ahead because I want to play other games. I want to play Reigns, which was so fun to record that the other night, and I want to do things like that. I want to do things like Gomo, and I want to do things like Geometry Dash and stuff. So that's going to be here on the second channel. You know, I don't know how anything works. I don't think a lot of people know how anything works with YouTube because YouTube doesn't tell anyone anything. But I do think that is very likely going to be the best way to go forward. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. So be it. But that's going to be my at least for right now sort of a way that I'm gonna kind of do this. So you know, hopefully you can subscribe. You can come over and check it out. I really think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be, oops, yeah. So whenever I mess up, I think I'm just so I'll tell you a second. I'm trying to add more oak in here because I've realized that this thing is the oak appears like streaks. Let me come down here and show you. So the oak appears like streaks. Like here, you can see streak, because that's how I build it from the ground up. So what I need to do is sprinkle in more lines and curves of oak so it's not that. And there's gonna be a house up there and there's gonna be a lot of leaves and stuff, so it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine. But for right now, you guys see this like streak, that's not very good, right? So just got to work out some of this stuff. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be sprinkling in a little bit of oak, and you know what, if we waste some, I can live with it. It's fine. We'll just cut down more. We'll just cut down more. I just can't, you know, I can't take all the time to cut down and remove every single piece just to make it absolutely lossless. I'll live. I'll survive somehow. So anyway, so yeah, so this is the build. This is what we've been working on. Oh my goodness, Klautos. Holy cow. Wants to do the entire crypt ceiling. If you're not keeping up with Klautos, by the way, you are missing out. First, dude is hilarious. Makes me laugh every video. And secondly, not only is he an amazing builder here on Vasten, but he's an amazing builder on his single-player world called Fantasia. Which brings me to my other thing. I started a single-player world. Now, you've probably seen it. By the time this video comes out, you've definitely seen it on the channel. But if you aren't aware of it, it's a single-player Bedrock world. I'm trying something new. I don't know exactly what direction we're going to go in it. It's going to be a work in progress. But I wanted, well, for one thing, I wanted to play Bedrock. I thought playing some Bedrock would be fun, and I wanted to give it a shot. And secondly, I wanted to just sort of do something like different, like something that's not so behoven to lore, right? So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna build there. We're just gonna build stuff that we think is cool and fun. And if something doesn't get completed, like ever, that's okay. You know what I mean? It's not. That's gonna be the same. It's not gonna be as much world building. Although I'm me, so you know, also some of that probably. But it's not gonna be as much world building. It's already better. But it's gonna be just a lot more. Just like, oh, hey, here's a cool place for a little shack. Let's just do one, you know, and who cares about the story there? That way I can focus more on story here and a lot of just other things I think are just going to be really good for the channel and just really interesting in general. Oh my, this is terrible. This is terrible. Let's get up here and try to fix this a little bit. Let's see. There. Here, something like this. Yeah, so hopefully it's really fun. I had a really fun time recording episode 1. Which is currently rendering right now on my computer, and if you notice a little jerky frame rate right now, that's probably what's going on. But yeah, I had a really good time recording it, and hopefully you folks have a really good time you know, checking it out. So cool. Anyway, on with the tree build. So this is going to be more than one episode to get this done. But yeah, I just want to bring in a lot more oak and little jut outs and things like that. They're going to make it look like this is more of a highlight and that's more of a shadow, right? So some of the things I'm just kind of trying to think like an artist would. You know, like I know so many artists now that play this game. You know, Pride and Joel and Germ and Gemini and Tay and many more artists who are just Pixel Brew, and I'm just trying to think like them. I'm trying to put my you know, how would they address this? You're right, like they would probably say, well, you know, a highlight needs to be out further and then the shadow needs to be back further. So I'm just trying to think like they do, you know, and see. And I think already it's starting to come out. I just got to not do quite so streaky. Not quite so streaky, so maybe like this. And I don't even care which direction they get. That is very streaky. That I just did the thing that I did not want to do. Okay, let's try that. Oh boy, that's not better. That's not better. Okay, let's try it again, and then I gotta sleep for real. For real. Clouch is underground. He has no idea it's nighttime. He has no idea it's nighttime. Let's go find a bed. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with this build. Hopefully get the tree trunk done today. If I could get that done. Now, I know that I'm short on video for this episode, but not short on time. This has been like a 6-hour process so far just building this thing. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Well, some work has been done here. Let me show you what's going on. So we're starting to make out the dead ground section. It's supposed to just be all completely burnt to a crisp. It's not there yet. It's not there yet, but I have 4 blocks that I've been working in here. The black, since I made a ton of black concrete powder and then decided I didn't like it, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use black concrete for the for one of the things, andesite, cobblestone, and birch wood. I think because thinking that this used to be a wooded elven city, I'm thinking like use a petrified sort of birch on the ground. I think is nice. I definitely think that I want to go and use maybe another block, something darker. I've been thinking coal blocks, but that's gonna get pretty pricey when we consider like kind of how big this area is going to be and you know of all dead stuff. So what I'm doing is basically doing kind of what I usually do. I've been going back and forth between just all cobble and then texturing or texturing sort of while I go, and definitely the best way to go for me, the best mixture way is going to be by doing like all cobble and then breaking it, and that's a lot more time consuming, but the result is just so much superior in my opinion than it is to be texturing while you go. And plus yeah, I don't know. I just like doing it this way. I just like doing it this way better, even though it takes longer. I think that the results are better. So that's what I've been working on. I've been working on basically just this. The tree, I think the tree is good. Now the tree looks weird. It's really fat down here and it's not very tall, but that's going to be okay. If I want to add more tall, I can, but I want to build the house before that, you know, and I think the house is going to have a few layers. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do like a platform around here, around right where my cursor is, like around this area, and then go into the tree, go up, and then the main house is going to be like kind of sitting on the branches, and I don't know what that design is going to be yet. I'm still sort of Google imaging and Pinteresting and stuff just to find different ideas. You know, I know Whip has a big sort of Minecraft inspiration Pinterest board, which I've heard about, but I haven't actually like followed. I've kind of given up on Pinterest. I used to use it a lot, and I haven't in a while, but I need to get back to it because I know it's a great place to search for images, but I just usually use like Google Images. Just Google things and that stuff comes up. So I didn't mean to grab that. Wait a second. Come back. Did I put my sword in there? Oh man, I did. Okay. Do I have much cobblestone? Oh wow, I'm totally out of cobblestone. Okay, terrific. All right then. Change of plans. We're gonna have to go get cobblestone. So let me grab a couple. Well, I'll just go get some cobblestone. So let me show you the area and the size of what we're looking at right here. You can see, I think from up here, now granted, this is not where you usually see cities, but I think from up here, it looks pretty good. And then we're going to have dirt patches. We're going to have dirt patches where nature's starting to regrow and stuff, but I want to do the whole thing first and then dirt. So it's going to go, it's kind of boxed in by a river over here. So we're going to do right up to the river, this whole peninsula, leave the lava there, do some more lava. There's some lava somewhere, wherever it is, over there. Yeah, we're going to keep all the lava there. And probably go the whole way to the desert and then just feather it out sort of on the other side of the river over there somewhere. But I think that's gonna be a good size for the dead area here. But yeah, you can see how much materials it's gonna take. It's gonna be a big build. Obviously, we're not gonna get to the house this episode as time is starting to already click away. But let me fly over to whoa, heck. Oh, that's not it. I'm already inspector here. Let's fly over to. I guess I'm gonna have to go the whole way to Sigh. I think everything's already kind of put away. I need some food that's not carrots as well. So let me go get some stuff that I need, and then I'll continue working on this. Maybe I'll get like all the cobble done, and then come back in and take a look at the result. There we go. All right. I've been lax on remembering to do the question or comment of the day, and I got a really, really, really good one. And remember, if you want to catch my attention for these, do hashtag HeyFix. It turns blue on my screen, and whenever I'm looking for one, it's a lot easier to find. Also, I've been working on some leaves, trying to get an idea of where this is going to be. Let me take a look over here. Yeah, I mean, it's not full enough yet, but I want some light to come through because I want different levels and stuff like that. So I think this is just the preliminary look at how it's going to be. I think just adding in some extra like little danglers, and then I want some like sort of falling down a little bit here on the tree. I think it would be kind of cool. But this is from Andy Days. I forgot to put your name in the book. But hashtag HeyFix. How do you combat against creative block? I'm struggling in my survival world for a new build, but my creative block is like a brick wall at the moment. Any suggestions? Andy, who comes out to basically pretty close to every stream and comments on just about every video, which I really appreciate. You know, I've never had that here. So, take from that what you will. I've never had creative block here because there's so freaking much to do. And the reason why there's so much to do is because there's so many different kingdoms. If I got totally tired and burnt out of snow, and I'm kind of getting to that point, but if I did, then I could come here, for example, and build a huge tree. Patron builds really help me out because that gives me things that I have to build. I mean, I want to, but I have to. So it makes me. There's no creative block when you're like, well, I just have to go build a house in, you know, wherever in Helheim or something, you know. But the other thing is, so changing up your palette. So if you're really tired of building in one place, go to another place and build, and then all of a sudden you have a different palette. But the biggest thing is, sometimes people are, you know, you're building a big town. You're building in a big town for imaginary people. That's kind of what we're doing in Minecraft, right? Let me turn this off. We're building a big town for imaginary people. And so you don't have to have anything in the town, right? I mean, oh, this has been massively textured. I recruited some help. I didn't do all this texturing. I recruited some help. Dove and Dee have come over here and helped me out texturing all the ground here because I just couldn't do it. So thank you to those two. And we're gonna be building up these dead trees as well. I think that's gonna look really cool. Like as if like there used to be trees here, but the fire burned them out. Anyway, so. You know, you can think about reasons. Like, say I'm building in Sandrascu, right? And just over there. And I get to the point where I'm like, well, I don't even know what else to build here. It's like, well, these people have to eat. So where do we have for them to eat? Do we have a butcher? No? Okay, build a butcher. Okay, but then where do the cows go? Or, you know, where do the cows come from? Do we have like a cow pasture? No? Okay, go build that. So some of the cows might be dairy. Do we have a dairy, like a milking barn sort of situation? No? Okay, do we have a road that leads there? Where's the farmer who does the butchering live? Where does the farmer who tends the cow live? Does he have other cowboys wrangling? Where do they live? You know what I mean? And how do they get to those places? So roads connecting all those places. Then you butcher a cow, you could potentially have leather from that cow, right? So do you have a tannery? Is that going to be in town? Tanneries smell pretty bad. Maybe that's out of town. So again, you have to have a road that connects it. Well, say that guy had a son who moves off and starts to be a tanner in a different area, you know? Then maybe he gets married, and his wife came from a family of pig farmers, right? Where do they live, etc., you know? So thinking of these many stories, now you don't have to be as intense a storyline as we are here in Vasten, right? Because we are intense, for sure. Like, everything has a reason. You don't have to have a real reason, but you don't have to say it, but in your head, if you have a reason, then all of a sudden you have excuses to build all these things because we're building for people that don't exist. Even with the new villagers coming out, holy cow, today, when you see this video, the new update comes out. Oh my goodness, I just realized. Yeah, if everything goes according to plan, this should go out on Tuesday, and that should be when Minecraft 1.14 drops. Pretty cool. Even with the new villagers, they're not going to be people in your world. I mean, you know, the new villagers, it's cool, and I like what they've done, but still, villagers are you know, you're building buildings for people that don't exist. So you have to write stories for these imaginary people whenever you're building big things and stuff like that. Even small things, you know. That's my 2 cents anyway. I hope it helps. But finding excuses to build is by far the easiest way to avoid creative block that I've ever found. And that's why I've never had it in this world. And I don't expect to ever. There's just so much to do. So Cosmic, this episode is going to be split into a few because this build is enormous. So we haven't gotten to the house yet. We'll get there. Or the flowers and stuff. But I want to get this out because this build has been just giant, and yeah, we'll just keep on working. So again, I want to especially thank Cosmic Dancer for her patronage and YouTube memberage, and also just extreme generosity on my live streams and things. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of your house. I hope you like it, and hope you can imagine where it's going, because I think it's going to be very cool. So I'll see everyone next episode. Thanks for watching so much. Subscribe to my friends. There are amazing people, amazing builders, and amazing content creators. I'll see you next time. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Special thanks to Cosmic Dancer, who this is your patron episode. Well, this is one of them, probably, maybe a couple. Also, thank you to all my other patrons and YouTube members over here. You folks make the support from you makes all of this possible, as far as the different servers and the 2 realms and all the stuff that we're running to keep this channel sort of afloat financially. So really thank you. If anyone is watching this and curious what patron rewards are, they're all listed below in the description of this and basically every other video that I do. Also, shameless plug, don't forget I have a second channel. Second channel is for non-Minecraft. It's for mini games, little stuff like Geometry Dash and all that kind of stuff. It's really fun. It's really fun. It gives me a chance to not just talk about builds, but sort of just like be myself and complain about the games and how terrible I am, etc. You know, so check it out. I think you'll really like it. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks again to my patrons and YouTube members.